Awesome song. Awesome song. Good morning. It's Thursday morning. It's around 8:56 a.m. and I am heading into Here's What's Happening. As I do every Thursday morning. It's a great show. You should check it out. It is basically a show that we talk about what's going on in Berks County, what's going on actually even a little bit outside of the county, and it's just a great show. You should check it out. It's every Thursday morning around 9:15 a.m. You can go to Here's What's Happening on Facebook. You can go to you can go to my Facebook page. You can go to Tony Reese's Facebook page, Robin Jones' Facebook page. We do it every Thursday morning. But what I'm here to talk about in the morning before I get in there is real estate stuff, real estate tips, things that you might want to know about real estate, or that you should know if you're getting into the real estate arena, whether you're buying or selling. So this morning, I was thinking about one of the things I wanted to share with you. I got a quote that was just really a cool quote. I was down in Texas at a sales type, not convention, whatever you want to call it, through Keller Williams. It's called Mega Camp. And the thing that I really took away from that was one of these quotes was, and this is it: change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. That to me is such a cool quote. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. Give that some thought today. Think about what that means to you, for you. I think it's just it's your outlook on life, your outlook on business, your outlook on your personal life. If we change the way we look at those things, if we change the way we perceive certain things, then the things that we're looking at may actually change. And the things that we're looking at might not change. It's us that's changing, and that's what's really cool about it. So with that in mind, I want to get into inspections for a buyer. I'm going to talk about the buyer side of the inspection process and talk about what that whole process means. A lot of people, a lot of buyers, get a little nervous or a little apprehensive about the inspection process. Let me just talk to you about this. The inspection process is really there not to nickel and dime the seller on, hey, there's a cracked outlet cover, or hey, the house is not completely up to code for 2018 and you're buying a house that was built in 2001 or 2002. It is there to make sure that when you went through the home, you knew it was a home that was, let's just say, 15 years old. You knew it was a house of 15 years old, but you didn't know, these are the things that you want to find out, that you didn't know that up inside the attic where the seller never goes, that there's mold up there because there was moisture buildup for some reason or another. You didn't know that the air conditioning didn't work because you didn't turn it on the day that you went through the house. You didn't know that in the crawl space there's a little bit of moisture in the basement or in a crawl space underneath the house somewhere. That's what it's for. It's for determining and looking out for the things that maybe were not as obvious or visible. And also, just because the inspector comes out with something doesn't mean that the seller was lying about it or that the seller was hiding something. Many times we live in our homes and we don't see everything that's going on. We don't see that maybe there's some mold up in the attic because we've never been up there. I know in my attic, I don't go up in my attic because it's not really for storage. It's more of a crawl space, an area that basically you go up there just in case you need to for some reason. So I don't know what's going on up there. And the thing is, when an inspector looks at a property, they're going to go in all those areas. They're going in all the closet areas, the storage areas, everything that you can find, they're going into. So as a buyer, also, one of the other things that I caution you with is that, remember, as a buyer, that inspector is there not to tell you you bought a beautiful home and everything is perfect and everything's okay. That's not the purpose. They are the devil's advocate. They are the person that is there basically to let you know that what is wrong with the property. So don't get discouraged if you go in with the inspector, and I suggest that you go with the inspector during your inspection. It could be a 2-hour process, but I definitely suggest that you go along. But what they're there for is to basically point out the things that we didn't see when we went through the house initially. Don't get discouraged. That's what the process is all about. And if there are any things that come up that are very serious and that you're worried about, it's part of the process. We then go back to the seller and say, hey, look, we didn't know this when we offered you this price. We're either A, looking for a credit for that item that needs attention, or B, we want these things fixed before settlement. So the inspection process is actually really good for the seller also, because that way they know that you had a professional come in and look at everything, and everybody can walk away from settlement knowing that everything it has been taken care of, everything's addressed, and we all know what we're getting into after settlement. Okay, so inspections are a good thing. Don't be afraid of them. Just know that the inspector's there to paint the ugly picture about your house. Your house could be a year old that you're buying, and they're still gonna find things. Every house has issues. Every house has something that the inspector will find. So don't stress out over it. Okay, that's about it. Once again, don't forget to tune in about 15 minutes to Here's What's Happening. It's a great show. It's Tony Reese, Robin Jones, and Gami Nieves, and myself. And we will talk about all that's going on in Berks County and a little bit beyond. I think we have a guest this morning. We do often have guests. The guest is Chris Winters, and looking forward to seeing Chris this morning. But that's about it. So this was all about inspections. If you listen to this later on, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next Thursday. Oh, hey, hi, Joanne. I think that says Joanne. Yeah, hi, Joanne. Good to see you. Glad you're back home, and glad your weather is at 92 degrees or whatever it was. That's great. Actually, it's 64 degrees here, and this is a great song that I'm going to end with. It's called Mandolin Rain, one of my favorites by Bruce Hornsby. Great song, so check this out. And have a great weekend, everybody.